it was meant to be. And I just kept thinking, Tom was right.
No.
Yeah, I did. I did. It just wasn't me that you were right about.
But I can promise you this. I will never stop trying. Because when you find the one, you never give up.
Mr. Haley, what are you doing?
Go away, Holly.
Haley, stop! You don't have to kill him! Mr. Haley, if you kill this man, I will never speak to you again.
Congratulations, buddy. You owe your life to a 13-year-old girl.
Enter into the world of L36 and dive into the power of storytelling. Here at L36, we bring together a community to discover what captivating tales can teach us and use the adventure to inspire greater insight into mental well-being. Join us for an enriching exploration. You have seen it in the movies all the time, haven't you? A guy who tries too hard to please others, particularly trying to please women, and ends up wounded, feeling entitled or resentful when their efforts are rejected or unnoticed. You feel for him. Maybe it's disgust, maybe it's sadness, or maybe you're rooting for him to do better. This behavior, known as the nice guy syndrome, is a pattern observed in many men, and in this video, we'll explore the psychology behind the nice guy syndrome through the lens of 3 films, examining its effects on relationships. So, sit back and join us as we delve into the fascinating world of the nice guy syndrome in movies. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more informative content. The nice guy syndrome refers to a pattern of behavior where men try to please others, particularly women, by being overly nice, generous, and self-sacrificing. Often they expect affection, validation, or sexual favors in return. When these men don't get what they want, they can become resentful or angry, feeling like they've been friend-zoned or used. Some key characteristics of the nice guy syndrome include being passive, putting others' needs before their own, having difficulty saying no, and avoiding conflict. These men often idealize their romantic interests, put them on a pedestal, and ignore their boundaries or preferences. They may also lack a strong sense of self-identity or self-worth, and may seek validation and approval. Psychological factors such as low self-esteem, fear of rejection, and a need for control contribute to the development of the nice guy syndrome. Past rejection or trauma may have led these men to believe that they must be perfect or go above and beyond to gain someone's affection. Additionally, societal pressures and gender roles may also reinforce the idea that men must be nice and chivalrous to win a woman's or partner's heart. So, now with an understanding of the definition and key characteristics of the nice guy syndrome, let's now explore this behavior through the lens of 3 films and see what cinema can add to the concept. First, let's examine 500 Days of Summer, which tells the story of Tom, a young man who becomes infatuated with a woman named Summer. He idealizes her and thinks that she is the one for him. However, Summer does not share his romantic feelings, leading to heartbreak and disappointment for Tom. A scene where the nice guy syndrome is evident occurs when Tom goes to Summer's apartment after a party, hoping to sleep with her. When Summer refuses his advances, Tom becomes upset and accuses her of leading him on. He says,
No, you know what? I'm not going anywhere till you tell me what's going on.
This shows how Tom feels entitled to Summer's affection and is frustrated when he doesn't get what he wants. Tom's insecurities and expectations shape his behavior. He puts Summer on a pedestal and expects her to be the solution to all his problems. He believes that having a girlfriend will make him happy and fulfilled, and when Summer doesn't live up to his expectations, he becomes resentful and angry. Tom's behavior exemplifies the nice guy syndrome as he tries to please and impress Summer at all costs, only to be devastated when his efforts don't receive reciprocation. According to a study by Dr. Robert Glover, author of No More Mr. Nice Guy, men with the nice guy syndrome often struggle with low self-esteem and lack assertiveness. They try to avoid conflict and have a difficult time setting boundaries. This behavior can lead to a lack of genuine connection and fulfillment in relationships. Next, let's explore Crazy Stupid Love. This movie follows Cal, a middle-aged man struggling with the aftermath of his divorce. He feels lost and unfulfilled, and his attempts to win back his wife are unsuccessful. He then meets a younger man named Jacob who takes him under his wing and teaches him how to pick up women. Underlying psychological factors such as fear of abandonment and lack of self-esteem drive Cal's behavior. He feels like he needs to please and accommodate others to avoid being rejected or alone. According to Dr. Robert Glover's theory of the nice guy syndrome, men who struggle with this pattern of behavior often have a strong need for validation and approval from others, as well as a fear of asserting their own needs. The movie also explores how Cal's behavior affects his relationships and well-being. By sacrificing his own needs for others, Cal is unable to develop genuine connections and experiences a lack of fulfillment in his life. The movie shows how these patterns of behavior can be damaging to oneself and others, leading to missed opportunities for growth and happiness. Lastly, we have The Nice Guys, a comedy thriller set in the 1970s following two detectives, Holland March and Jackson Healy, who investigate the disappearance of a young woman named Amelia. Holland March is a private investigator who has a daughter and is struggling to pay the bills. He is also dealing with the death of his wife. During a party scene, Holland March demonstrates the nice guy syndrome by attempting to approach a woman. He feels entitled to her attention and expects to be rewarded for his supposed kindness. This highlights how March feels entitled to women's attention and becomes frustrated when his advances are not reciprocated. Throughout the movie, other characters such as his daughter Holly and Jackson Healy criticize and call out March's behavior. They recognize his behavior as problematic and highlight how it can be damaging to his relationships and interactions with others. This underscores the negative effects of the nice guy syndrome on one's personal and professional life. According to Dr. Robert Glover's theory of the nice guy syndrome, men who struggle with this pattern of behavior often have a difficult time asserting their own needs and desires, and can be overly passive and accommodating to others. This can lead to a lack of genuine connection and fulfillment in relationships, and can cause others to perceive them as manipulative or insincere. In conclusion, by exploring the psychology behind the nice guy syndrome through the lens of 3 films, we have gained insight into its key characteristics and effects on relationships. It is crucial to recognize and address the underlying psychological factors that contribute to this pattern of behavior to avoid negative outcomes and foster healthier relationships. By developing assertiveness, setting boundaries, and prioritizing one's own needs, individuals can break free from the cycle of the nice guy syndrome and build more fulfilling relationships. It is important to understand that true connection and happiness come from being genuine and authentic, rather than trying to please and impress others at all costs. Let us strive to cultivate healthy and respectful relationships by recognizing and addressing the root causes of the nice guy syndrome. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please share it with someone who might benefit from it. Remember to like and subscribe for more insightful videos.